Eamonn Holmes sparks health fears after taking 10 minutes to get into car with walker. Photos show Eamonn, dressed in a blue cardigan, being aided into his car by another man while using a walking aid. Eamonn Holmes has been spotted looking frail, as he took almost 10 minutes to be helped into his car. The veteran Irish broadcaster, 65, was captured on camera getting into the vehicle behind the Selfridge's store in London on Friday, September 5. Photos show Eamonn, dressed in a blue cardigan, being aided into his car by another man while using a walking aid. An onlooker said Eamonn took around 10 minutes to get into the car, which has been waiting for him. They said, he looked very old and frail and needed help walking. It took Eamonn about 10 minutes to get into the car with assistance. Eamonn was once a daytime presenter for ITV alongside his former wife, Ruth Langsford, 65, but since joined GB News as a presenter in December 2021. Ruth and Eamonn announced their divorce after 14 years of marriage in May 2024. Eamonn has since been linked to relationship counselor, Katie Alexander, 43. Loose Women's Ruth Langsford, crying inside, as she opens up on empty home. The presenter opened up to her fellow TV stars on ITV's Loose Women. Ruth Langsford has admitted she was crying inside when the son she shares with ex-Eamonn Holmes left home. The presenter opened up on ITV's Loose Women on Monday, September 8 during a discussion about empty nest syndrome. The panelists were talking about a woman who went viral after sharing a video showing her crying at the idea of her children going off to university. Ruth, 65, confessed that she was devastated when her son Jack, who is now 23, left home. "I didn't think it would be me," she said. "I thought, I've got a busy life and and you know what it was more, I was very excited for Jack going to uni. I always showed my excitement, so helping him get all his stuff and actually get this duvet, and inside going pretends to cry, but going, isn't this exciting? Gosh, I wish I'd gone to university, blah, blah, blah." The star, who split from Eamonn in 2024 went on, "It was the coming home, and the emptiness, and it's not that Jack spent loads of time with me, they don't, you just come in and go, and gone. But it's that you physically lay eyes on them every day, and suddenly they're away, you don't know what they're doing, how they are." Ruth's co-star Colleen Nolan revealed she also found it hard when her children moved on. She said she used to think empty nest syndrome was not a thing, and that the woman complaining about it needs to get a life. "And then they all started to leave," said the mum of 3. "And I hit menopause. And all of a sudden, I sat there one day and I went, oh, my God, it's real. It's a real thing, empty nest." Colleen said she felt redundant from everything. "I'd spent years being somebody's everything," she said. "And now I felt no one needed me. And I felt even Mother Nature was going, that's enough now, dear. Off you pop." But genuinely, it really, and I think if I hadn't have had, my kids to talk to about it, but also my family and friends, I really think I would have suffered really badly with depression because, I don't know, I just felt so redundant to everyone, said the star. Moment Eamonn Holmes rips into Meghan Markle as he insists, Harry isn't the problem. GB News host Eamonn Holmes made his feelings about Meghan Markle crystal clear during a tense moment on the channel. Eamonn Holmes tore into the Duchess of Sussex on this morning's episode of GB News, hosted by himself and co-star Ellie Costello. The episode followed the news that Prince Harry arrived in the UK today following a 5-month absence from the country. Speaking about whether Harry will be reunited with his father, King Charles III, Ellie began, "On a human level, it would be nice for a father who's been battling cancer to be reunited with his son with whom he always had a very close relationship." However, a furious Eamonn cut in to allege that Harry's relationships with his family are estranged because of his wife, adding, "His son's not the problem, it's the pain in the backside she is." In a bid to defend Meghan Markle, whom Eamonn was referring to, Ellie said, "Well, she's not there." But Eamonn wasn't having any of it and swiped, "Of course she's there, she's always going to influence everything." Keen to move on from the matter, Ellie wanted to hear from former royal gardener Jack Stooks about his point of view on Harry's visit. Jack explained, "Clearly there is an interest in Harry and what Harry is doing. I do think that the king should see him." The gardener claimed the prince has been desperate to get back into the fold. He added, "Everything that Harry says or does becomes a news story. I do think, as he's over here, if he can, he should see the king. This is predominantly a family, they've had a family fallout and surely his father wants to see his son back in the fold." Prince Harry landed in the UK after flying over from his home in LA and is due to attend the annual Well Child Awards in London as patron of the charity. According to reports, he's then set to go to Nottingham tomorrow, Tuesday, September 9, to a community recording studio. Speculation is continuing to mount on whether the father of two will seek a reunion with his brother, Prince William, and father, King Charles, during his visit. Harry and William last met face-to-face in February 2024 following their father's cancer diagnosis, and the encounter reportedly lasted 30 minutes.